Look at Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods had his career ruined, completely ruined. Why did Tiger do that? I don't want to hear about retirement. Retirement is death. You retire, you die. And every golfer, Nicklaus, Palmer, Trevino, all of them have had new hips, alterations in the spine. I've never had any of that because I keep this, see that? Hundreds and hundreds of push-ups, keep that strong. But I work on 10 things every day of my life because I want to live to 100. So I've had a very close relationship with Germany. I've always admired Germany with their discipline and their hard work.
Servus Leute, heute ist es soweit. Ich interviewe The Legend, den 9-fachen Major-Sieger Gary Player. Ich bin ganz schön nervös. Ihr habt mir im Vorfeld auf Instagram eure Fragen geschickt, die euch an ihn interessieren, weil ich denke mir, ich mache es jetzt nicht auf so eine journalistische Art und Weise, sondern ich stelle halt eure Fragen und vielleicht Amateurgolfer-Fragen. Also ich werde versuchen, so viele es geht, davon loszubekommen. Und jetzt stellen wir unsere Fragen an The Legend Gary Player.
Mr. Player, my name is Kevin. I'm like an amateur golfer and I show people on the internet the joy of golf in Germany on my channels. Pleasure to meet you and an honor. So I thought I will ask questions my follower have to you, so like amateur golf questions. But first, yesterday you came to the stage, danced, and I think you lifted a lady. So
Lifted her right up.
You are 88 years old. How's your week looking? Why are you so good in shape? What's your secret?
Well, my secret is to undereat. That's the most important thing. There's so many professional people talk about diets. They're all different. I'm more on the plant. I mean, I eat fish, I eat steak, but I'm more on the plant-based diets. Vegetables, fruit, salads. But the big secret is whatever your diet is. If you want to live a long time, you've got to undereat. If you overeat and you get overweight and you're obese, you'll get diabetes, you'll get cancer, heart attacks and strokes. So if you want to live a long time, of course there are always exceptions, but if you want to live a long time, you've got to undereat. 2 meals a day is plenty. 1 meal a day is 1.5 meals a day is correct. 2 meals a day is okay. 3 meals a day is poison. You don't eat dinners. Dinners are the poison. You go to bed with all this food in your stomach and you can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of it out of your system. It turns to poison. But you've got to understand one thing, Kevin. When you talk about health, when you talk about exercise, it is easier to get a camel through the eye of a needle than it is to get your people who are listening to me talk here about exercise or diet. No. Or not drinking, or not smoking, or having late nights. Sleep builds the immune system. Laughter is very important. Not feeling sorry for yourself is important. For me, prayer is very important. Meditation is important. Sleeping is important. And every day of my life, I get in an ice bath.
Oh, wow.
But I
In the
can't
morning
do it
or
here.
in the evening?
Well, it varies. Mostly in the morning. I can't do it here. There is no ice bath. A lot of places they're not. But when I'm at home, I'm in that ice bath once or twice a day. And in the morning, because I've been a professional golfer for almost 72 years, when I swing, I'm moving my hip. All is in the hip. And I move it so hard. And every golfer, Nicklaus, Palmer, Trevino, all of them, have had new hips, alterations in the spine. I've never had any of that because I keep this, see that? Hundreds and hundreds of push-ups, keep that strong. But I'm in the ice bath and it takes the inflammation away. I started doing this 80 years ago. 80 years ago. Now they call it cryotherapy.
Yeah,
It's
right.
something like they've just invented. It's been going on for thousands of years. If you look at even when Beckenbauer played, I don't know if they did ice in those days, but now with Ronaldo and Messi, as soon as they finish, they're in the ice.
Yeah.
Boxers, all athletes are in the ice now. And so that's a very big thing in my life. But I work on 10 things every day of my life because I want to live to 100. My genes are not all that good, but I'm beating genes because I'm nearly 89 now and I'm strong and I still shoot par and I still play well and I've got lots of energy. I travel all over the world all year. I don't want to hear about retirement. Retirement is death. You retire, you die, unless you're an exception. It is a choice you have. For me, I want to live a long time. I love people. I love my job. I love designing golf courses. I love traveling. I love my horse business as much as I love golf. So I keep myself busy, I read, I pray, I meditate. So I keep myself going to try and reach 100.
Keeps you young in the head as well.
Keeps you young. And most people my age are dead, number one. The other thing is they don't know their name. They've got Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is coming in rapidly.
Yep.
So it just depends how much you value health.
No, you are in perfect shape. So of course my followers are from Germany, so they are interested in your connections to Germany. You have played some tournaments, some courses. What is your connection to Germany and German golf?
Well, let me tell you that the first year I went to Germany was 1955, and I would say I've been there almost every year since. I love Germany. It was the greatest country in the world, but I think Germany have got big problems, and I won't go into that. You have the best automobiles, the best highways. You taught the world. You taught the world. Best education, agriculture. You had phenomenal athletes. Beckenbauer. You had the lady tennis player. You had Boris Becker. You had Bernhard Langer. You had so many phenomenal, not to mention all the other athletes that you had. It was phenomenal. So I've had a very close relationship with Germany. I've always admired Germany with their discipline and their hard work. So I've had a great affection for Germany, great respect.
Of course, people are interested in which golf courses you played in Germany. Do you remember? Do you know which one you were?
I played in so
Or
many.
cities?
I played all over Germany. We played the German Open there for years and years and years. And then I've done all my appearances for Berenberg at different golf courses.
Yeah.
You know, my life is so busy. And I played more golf courses than any man living today. And so I can't remember all the golf courses, but many.
So the people want to know, of course, what is your favorite golf course? Are these the golf courses you designed yourself, or what would you describe to be the best experience? Maybe for an amateur golfer as well, because we cannot play Augusta, for example.
Well, you can't get on Augusta, but it's still a beautiful golf course. And Pebble Beach and Cypress Point you can't get on. And the Links golf course here that we designed for the German businessman Hasso Plattner from a very big company. So there are so many great golf courses in the world. Hundreds of great golf. Pine Valley in America, unbelievable. St Andrews, what a place to
I've
play.
never been there, unfortunately.
Oh, what
but
a
I have
place!
to go.
You got to go.
There are a lot of questions about training. So some guys asking, how many % is training and how many % is talent? So practice and talent.
Well, there are three categories for a golf pro. Well, there are many more, but exercise as a young man I always thought was the most important thing, and I thought eating was next. Now, eating is 80%, training is 20%. I don't know what percentage the mind is. Obviously, there are people that have a special gift. They become superstars, others become stars and good player. People don't know how to separate superstars. Beckenbauer, for example, was a superstar.
Yeah.
Another soccer player in the league, they all say he's a superstar, but he's not. He's not a Beckenbauer. He's down here, or a Cruyff, or a Ronaldo, or a Messi. You understand? Those are superstars.
Yeah.
Big difference. But people don't see that. The average person thinks a man they give them superstar status, and they're not. And the same applies to golf. People, you got to win 6 majors, 6, to be a superstar. Superstar.
You said golf coaches ruined careers. For example, you mentioned Tiger Woods. So can you explain that again?
Well, there have been at least 20 players that could really play. Most of these guys could win majors, not tournaments, majors. Can't play anymore. Look at Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods had his career ruined, completely ruined. Tiger Woods won 14 majors. And then he wins, the 14th major was the US Open at Pebble Beach. He won by 15 shots. You know what that's like? It's like running the 100 meters in 7 seconds. The next week he's having a lesson from a man who I don't know if he played in the Masters could break 80. Couldn't. But he's having a lesson from this guy.
Yeah.
And then he goes to another guy who couldn't break probably 85 in the Masters with the pressure, or the British Open, or the PGA on the final day. And he's having lessons from them. Why did Tiger do that? He was so good, but I understand he wanted to get better. But if he just went along and never changed, he would have won minimum 22, maybe more. he would have gone down as the greatest athlete the world had ever seen, man or woman, and the planet. But he made the wrong decision, and it's very easy to do because we're all trying to get better. So for me, I look at all these top players, Trevor Immelman, Mike Weir, Michael Campbell from Canada, Tiger Woods. You can go down the list if you give me time to think of. I can tell you all the players that went there. Can't play anymore. Tiger Woods eventually said, well, I'm going back to the way I used to swing, and won the Masters. Now, unfortunately, he's hurt his leg so badly, whether he'll win another tournament or not is debatable. But the thing is that you've got to admire Tiger Woods' his work ethic. He's up every morning at 4:30. Of course, he doesn't sleep well. It's easier for him. I could not do that because I sleep very well. But he's been a very hard worker. I pull for Tiger Woods to do well because he sets an example to a lot of. It's like I pull for Djokovic because Djokovic is a hard worker. He eats properly and he diets properly.
I'm a Federer guy.
But I mean, Djokovic is better because
he won more. He won more.
He's proved it on the paper. You know,
True.
I saw Nadal the other day, and I love Nadal. Nadal is my wife's favorite. I don't know because I never believe anything I read, nothing. But I read that Nadal said, "Oh, Djokovic is not as good as Federer. He doesn't have the style and the grace."
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything. Style and grace. It's what you win and what is written down on paper. That's how good you are. And Djokovic is the best, bar none. The same in golf. I think Ben Hogan is the best player that ever lived because he went to war for 5 years. He won his first major when he was 34. He didn't have the opportunity.
What for you is the biggest difference in the game between a professional player and an amateur? What do we amateurs don't have? Maybe what part of the game where the professionals are really good at, and what is the difference?
You don't have anything that's as good as the pros. So, and that's natural because it applies to all sports. It doesn't matter. It's not only to golf. No, it's a complete different game. It's a completely different game. But I'm very worried about professional golf because now golf, you know, I was telling earlier, I turned golf into an athletic sport. There were no weight training when I played. The only exercise they did, as I said earlier, was taking an olive from a martini and putting it into another glass. There were no weights. I mean, here I'm nearly at 90 and I'm in the gym lifting weights, pulling hundreds of sit-ups, pushing 350 pounds with my legs. You know, I'm running the treadmill at max, at my age.
So we're here at Fancourt. You designed all 3 courses. Today I played the links. What a beautiful course. It was the first time I played the links course, to be honest. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about this special venue and especially the links course, which hosted the President's Cup.
Well, it's had the South African Open. It's had the British Tour event here. They've had all kinds of tournaments here. I think the links is in the top 10 golf courses in the world. It's certainly tougher than Augusta. And he wanted a tough golf course. Then you have the others. And now we're busy doing another 9-hole golf course here as well, where I visited this morning, which is going to be just beautiful. Something very different for people to play on. And so we are so grateful to have a German investor like Hasso Plattner to come here and do what he's done, not only for the golf course, but what he's done for the people in the area here, improve the schools and education and conditions of living. And Germany's been a great country at helping other countries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Dankeschön.
Dankeschön, ja.
Auf Wiedersehen.
So, see you tomorrow.
So, das war's. Es ist wirklich passiert, hey. Wahnsinn, ey. Der Kollege hört ja gar nicht auf zu reden. Also so viel Energie, wie der hat mit 88 Jahren und wie viel der sich auch beschäftigt, gerade mit diesem ganzen Thema, dass er alt werden will, wie er sich ernährt, dass er ins Gym geht und so. Krass. Und ja, auch ein paar interessante Ansichten fand ich gerade so zum Beispiel, dass Golf-Coaches so viele Karrieren von Topspielern ruiniert haben oder gerade mit Tiger Woods, der hätte noch viel mehr gewinnen können, wenn er sich nicht von jemandem, der nicht mal 80 oder 85 in Augusta spielt, da Tipps holt oder so. Also ja, Wahnsinn. Also der Mann hat so viel Energie, echt krass. Ich habe probiert, wie gesagt, einige von euren Fragen dran zu bringen, konnte natürlich lange nicht alle, die Zeit war dann abgelaufen, weil der Kollege ja auch viel spricht, was ja auch super interessant ist, also da könnte ich echt ewig lange zuhören. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen, das Video, wenn ja, dann drückt doch gerne unten, wie gesagt, auf Abonnieren, abonniert diesen Channel, wenn euch gefällt, was ich mache und die Mühe, die ich mir da gebe, dann ist es euer Support, das freut mich auf jeden Fall sehr. Und wenn wir noch etwas Glück haben und alles so zustande kommt, gibt es vielleicht den Kollegen Player nochmal auf diesem Channel, weil es könnte die Chance geben, dass ich morgen sogar mit ihm zusammen noch 18 Loch Golf spiele. Ob das passiert, werden wir sehen. Ihr werdet es ja dann sehen. falls da noch ein Video kommt. Ansonsten, ja, war trotzdem, also für mich auch einfach eine Riesenehre. Richtig cool und ja, ich freue mich aufs nächste Video mit euch. Vielleicht gibt es ja irgendwann auch nochmal die Gelegenheit, andere Golfspieler zu interviewen. Aber das war jetzt auf jeden Fall ein Highlight.